Well, tonight the Fox 5 I-Team wants to know how a newly renovated Fayette County home could have massive amounts of mold and termite damage hidden behind the new drywall.
Yeah, the new owners paid a home inspector before they closed on the house. But Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis says this sort of damage is nearly impossible to find, huh?
I could still smell this house, Sine. It was terrible. You would have to pull off pieces of the wall to catch the problems in this house. So how did all this damage get there? And did anyone know before they sold the house to this frustrated family?
Do you want a hamburger for lunch?
Another busy morning in this Fayette County home. Even more hectic when you realize their home sits in the driveway of the house they actually bought.
So every morning you get up in your RV and look out the window at the house where you want to sleep.
It breaks my heart.
They say it's not just that they can't sleep here, they can barely walk through the front door without doing this.
You got the professional kind, don't you?
Oh, yes. Hold your nose.
I can't hold my nose.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Ooh, I can smell it. Did it smell this bad when you moved in?
No, not at all.
When Shelley and David Hopaw bought this Sonoya house in May, it looked like this. The listing gushed with attractive details. This beautiful home has just been renovated. Brand new paint, new floors, new fixtures, new countertops. Then David decided to replace the kitchen cabinets because they were too dark for Shelley. That decision would reveal the truth.
When my husband took it off, it just was hideous. It was terrible.
Mold hidden by a piece of plywood stained to match the cabinets. Then,
during the process of taking the cabinets out, the linoleum ripped.
So they decided to replace the kitchen floor. More mold underneath. And it smelled
wet, just like something had died in our house. I mean, it was just bad. And it just kept getting stronger and stronger.
They tore off some of the drywall. More mold. And then this.
Oh yeah, look at all that termite damage here. Good grief. And this is wet too, at least it was. So this is a brand new screw that they put into a piece of 2x4 that clearly should have been replaced because of termite damage.
The Fox 5 I-Team talked to the head of the company that provides water service to this neighborhood. He confirmed the previous owner had repeated water pipe leaks throughout the house before the bank ultimately foreclosed. That bank sold the property to an Atlanta firm called Jar House, a boutique real estate brokerage firm that buys an average of 75 properties each month, fixes them up, and resells them. According to sales records, Jar House paid $76,000 for this house. It sold it to the Hopaws for $189,900.
As soon as I leave you, I'm going to go take a shower because the smell gets in your clothes and it doesn't go away.
Their young son is now being treated for a mysterious foot injury. His family believes it was caused by him running barefoot throughout the house. Tests revealed 10 different molds growing inside, including 3 toxic forms.
It really breaks my heart because we were looking forward to a dream home. And maybe it's not everybody's dream home, but it's our dream home. Sorry.
We reached out to Jar House owner Zareh Najarian to explain how they sold a house with so much hidden damage. We got a response back from their attorney saying, "We are investigating. We're terribly sorry that the Hopaw's son is suffering," the statement read. The company pointed out the Hopaws bought the house as is, and we encourage potential purchasers to hire an inspector to evaluate the condition of the home.
Even when you sell a home to someone as is, you're not allowed to conceal known latent defects, and the inspector wasn't able to find this mold or termite damage. And the only way he would have been to have been ripping out walls, ripping out cabinets, and inspectors just don't do that.
Attorney Jason Crawford sent Jar House a letter asking them to buy back the house. When the deadline passed with no agreement, they sued, accusing Jar House of concealing the damage.
So in your mind, there's no doubt that someone intentionally tried to cover all this up?
I do not have any doubt.
Jar House has not responded yet to the lawsuit or our questions about it. For now, this family continues to pay the mortgage on a house that's not their home, instead living in their driveway just out of range of the smell.
Well, take that, and I love you. I'll see you later.
Well, according to their lawsuit, their son already had a compromised immune system before they bought this house, so they want someone to be paying his medical bills as well.
Wow. So you say the stench was so strong. How come they didn't smell it before they bought the house?
Yeah, that was my question, Sine, and they said that, well, the house was, the air conditioner wasn't running when they looked in the house the first time, and so they just thought it was a little musty, and they said even after they started moving in, and luckily they didn't actually move in all the way before they found the mold, they were still moving their things over to the house when they discovered it, but they said it just sort of smelled a little worse, and then when they pulled down the cabinets, that's when the aroma just hit them, and they went through the house trying to find the rest of the mold, and that caused even more trouble. I mean, it was very hard to walk through that house, even after they had tried to remove all that mold.
Yeah. Wow. Sure, you'll let us know how this lawsuit goes.
We will.
All right, Randy,
Thanks, Randy.
Okay.